Okay, so if you have a video request, let me know. That's fine, and that's great, and that's lovely. I appreciate it. But make sure you check the channel to see if it's there already. But this is another video request. Someone wanted me to do Aries and Leo relationship. I really think this one is pretty interesting, to say the least. First, let's start with the fact that they're both in the same element. They're both fire. So automatically that does constitute for, you know, an ally. They have like this ally type thing, thingamajig with each other, you know. And, you know, so let's go here. Let's continue on with this theme. So this is this one is funny because the way that they, you know, move around with each other, you know, there's like constant movement, especially on Aries side of things. And, you know, Leo just kind of let them, it's like, okay, yeah, do what you do. Do what you do, Aries, until Aries starts barking up their tree. Because you have to understand that there is always, has anybody, have you guys interacted with an Aries? Like, there's always like this, they can have this way about themselves where they're just like, you know what, I'm going to be straightforward, and, you know, I'm going to tell it like it is, and I'm going to do it like it is, and I'm going to do it better than anybody else is going to do it. There is that aspect to Aries that Leos actually value, and, you know, they like. Okay, they like about the Aries personality, because it's almost like they're like, well, you know, hey, that's confident. You know, Leo sees it as, oh, that's confident. Like, I like a person that's confident. I like a person that's sure of themselves. I like a person that knows what's going on. And it translates over well. It translates over well in a relationship. It translates over well romantically, you know, physically, intimately, however you want to put it. You know, because imagine the type of energy that goes into this dynamic. It's almost like, oh, what, for what, real? Like, it even gets to the point where Aries even, you know, it's in a way, you know, they hype each other up. They hype each other up because it's like Leo is like, oh yeah, you know, this is what I want to do, like, this is what I want to try, or this is what, and then Aries is like, okay, ain't nothing to it but to do it. You say you want to do what, you say you want to try what, okay, and it's not even that they want to try everything that the Leo says or suggests, but it's almost like on a lot of things, Aries isn't necessarily going to be like, even if they have something to say about what it is that Leo wants to do or what's going on, they're not necessarily going to be restrictive to it. They're more like, okay, you know, Aries can typically literally be like Leo's mouthpiece, or okay, you know how, y'all, I'm just saying, you know how Leo likes to, you know, have their little kingdom, and then their little, okay, well, these are my people that, now don't take this personal. I'm just telling you, if you like, if you can just, if people can start just understanding basic the energy and just the way it operates, you'll stop taking a lot of stuff purposely, you know, purposefully. Like, oh yeah, you did that on purpose. No. But Leo's like, all right, I'm here. I'm in my little kingdom, or my big kingdom, however they want to feel like. And I got my means. Like, I direct people to do things. Aries would be that individual that they're like, hey, go in, you know, go in, bring in the next act. You know, and Aries is like, okay, yeah, I'm too happy to get it done, because Aries is going to try to show and prove. But it is not necessarily even for, this is why it can work. Because it's not necessarily for Leo's ego's sake. It's for Aries' own individual ego's sake. Did you hear what I said? It's not even for Leo's ego's sake. It is for Aries' own individual ego's sake. And I will even go as far as saying this too. Even Aries, though, they could be the type of people that's just like pleasers too. It's not, but it ain't in a doormat pleasing way. It is literally in the fact that they're just like, no, I'm just gonna do it. Like, they're action oriented. It's, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go after it. I'm just going to get it done. And they want to know that they're the best to get it done. And Leo's is going to let them know, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to you because you are going to get it done. It's not even, Leo doesn't even have to admit that to them. They could just by Leo going to them and presenting them with something, with a problem for Aries to solve, Aries is fine with it. And you know, in Leo's mind, okay, especially the male Leo, it is like almost like translates over to like, well, it translates over to the bedroom. Like, I wonder, you know, I wonder how Aries would handle this bedroom situation, you know, because you know it's like, well, if Aries is good at getting it done, you know, with any other thing that I give them, I wonder really like what could they do there, like in it, and this is where things get even more heated and fiery, because in that aspect the compatibility between them two is very high. Like, they imagine putting these two performers, these two doers, these two action oriented, attention oriented for different reasons. It's attention for different reasons. I want you to understand that. And the attention for different reasons is the reason why these two would even can we could have two fires burning in the same place without it necessarily completely burning the place down. But I want you to keep this in mind, what I'm saying, because the same reason that the two fires will be in the place without burning the place down is the same reason why the two fires will burn the place down if need be. So try to get that. But so even, and this is something I have studied before about these two, about their sexual compatibility is very high and is very strong, and it's, you know, one that could be easily one of the best matches in the zodiac. This is the thing where things start to hit the fan, and it, you know, it could possibly go beyond that, and it may or may not, is because we then have two passionate people to where, and two passionate people, two people that are motivated. They can do things for others and each other's, but they could be self-motivated too. Okay. And imagine this self-motivation in a relationship where it's like two people needing to work together. And I'm not saying that they can't work together, but it'll be, you know, something like, okay, so who's taking charge here? And see, Leo is automatically going to believe that they automatically believe like, okay, I'm taking charge. I'm the person in charge. Then, you know, I'm organizing this, or, you know, or if you organize it, you have to come through me some type of way. Aries is kind of like, okay, all right, yeah, but you know, too much of that from the Leo, the Aries is gonna be like, hold up, I don't know how Leo think they in charge, because like I'm literally they can't do it like I do it. Like I'm literally, and not only that, Aries starts getting irritated by Leo's lack of motivation or laziness in certain situations, because even though Leo is fire, and Leo does do things to get things done, at the same time, Leo has to be motivated in some type of way. Like, and Leo has to feel like doing it. And when they don't, they're kind of like, you know, I'll get it later. Or I'll do it later. Or, oh, okay. And they don't really care to answer to anybody. Not once they have something said, and not once they're making a call, they don't really care to answer to you. And Aries could present this challenge a little bit, because Aries could be like, okay, yeah, it's not that I want you to answer to me, but at the same time, don't you think that you owe me the information, like the details, like what's going on? Because if I'm, you know, helping out or assisting with this, and you're coming to me for the help, or I'm going to be putting it together, or I'm going to be solving the problem, or whatever I'm going to be doing, running the errands or whatever, don't you think that you should let me know what's happening? Don't you think that you should get it done now? Don't you think? And Leo's like, whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. First of all, you like, you don't got it right. You know, you don't really, evidently, you don't really know what's going on. I'm not going to be forced to do this or that. And then it becomes like this thing where Leo is just telling Aries something, you know, just like to get them, let's just get off my back. And then Aries is like, wait a minute, Leo's lying. Like, I don't believe that what they're saying. They said that they were here and I know that they were there, or they said, and that irritates Aries. Because now Aries is upset and temperamental because they're like, okay, so you're lying, and don't sit up here and make up something to me like you're not going to do. Or like, really, Leo doesn't, Aries really can't stand like the a lot of times the bouginess sometimes the Leo could represent, because Aries is more like, okay, you know, like, I could be bougie, but I could be bougie on a budget. Leo's bouginess comes from the idea of the fact that, no, they really got the best of the best. And I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just telling you, you know, it can easily become some sort of competition between the two. I want to say this though, they can motivate each other, because there's healthy competition too, to where you see your friend doing better or your spouse doing better or whatever, so you're like, okay, I want to do better too. But the competition, it just depends on what it is that the competition, this underlying unspoken competition is. It just really depends. But they could really have a lot of fun together. They, you know, they could really give each other, adore each other, give each other the attention that the other one is seeking without overshadowing the other one. Because it's like, you know, a lot of times, like, Aries' attention, like I said, needs for attention is kind of different from Leo's. So they'll let Leo have a little bit the attention and the shine. You know, they could let them have that. And it's like Leo knows how to charm Aries too, or how to like get Aries, you know, calm Aries down or smooth things over with Aries, you know. But at the same time, there's a lot of times when Leo ain't even interested in doing that, but Aries is mad at one minute and then get over it just as fast. Like, okay, I'm not mad anymore. So that's what helps the situation, because Leos could be pretty stubborn too, you know, but theirs is not stubborn. Theirs could be stubborn in like this, you know, this playful cat type way, you know. But if it's fierce, it's fierce, but it's not the same type of stubborn like a Taurus though. It's not that type of stubborn. Like, Leos could come around, especially depending on, you know, the situation. And Leos really do have a big heart, because and with that, they'll tend to be like, you know, I'm not gonna be sitting here like being angry and stuck over this, you know. Okay, fine, you know, I made a mental note, but, you know, let's just move on. So the fact that they can both move on or move past the situation helps, you know, bring their relationship together, and helps, you know, make them compatible too. But I'm gonna stop here because it's 13 minutes, and I'm gonna keep doing these. And this is not, if y'all don't understand, if I was to sit here, this is really surface, because I ain't telling y'all all my secrets. I tell y'all some secrets, but I ain't tell y'all all the secrets, you know what I'm saying? But no, if I could go on for like, have this video an hour straight, an hour long plus, just by talking about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one level to two people, like their personalities, you know, really is what we're talking about here. And it's good to be able to get along with, when the personalities get along with each other or whatever. But there'll be other things playing out that may change what one or the other is willing to put up with, you know, or not. Because a lot of times these two, they do well in intricate. Is it intricates? In interment, in interments, interment, increments, where they're not necessarily around each other all the time. So this is why you see, like, okay, you know, their chemistry could be good, especially sexually. But then trying to run a relationship outside of that, it's not that it's impossible, but it could be, you know, a burnout, or it could be fights or disputes or something. Okay, so this has been Leo and Aries relationships. I'm Butterfly Light. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you know, be back.